We are 1 week into the high-profile trial between Elon Musk and OpenAI.
The U.S. military and artificial intelligence companies appear to have come to an agreement.
Officials announced
data from multiple sources, including unstructured data from companies.
We just entered the first week of May 2026, and the AI world is moving fast. This week, AI pushed deeper into defense, cloud infrastructure, coding agents, medical research, and even space discovery. Some stories feel exciting. Others raise serious questions about money, power, and who gets to control the future of this technology. So let's break down the biggest AI news you need to know. Before we jump into the video, make sure to subscribe to the AI Fire channel. On this channel, we bring you the latest AI news, break down practical AI workflows, prompt engineering techniques, and real examples you can use in your work. Okay, let's jump into the video. On May 1st, 2026, the US Department of Defense announced AI agreements involving companies like SpaceX, OpenAI, Google, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, Oracle, and Reflection. The goal is to bring advanced AI capabilities into secure government and military networks. That means AI could support things like data analysis, logistics, decision-making, and other defense-related operations. The reaction inside Google has been tense. Some employees are worried that deeper involvement in military AI could push the company closer to weaponized AI systems. This brings back memories of Project Maven, the controversial Google defense project that created major internal backlash years ago. The larger signal is clear. AI is becoming part of national security infrastructure. Next, China blocked a major deal involving Manus, an AI agent startup. On April 27th, Reuters reported that China had asked Meta to reverse its roughly $2 billion acquisition of Manus, a startup with Chinese origins. A day later, Reuters followed up with reports that Meta was preparing to undo the deal. The concern appears to be national security. China does not want key AI agent technology, talent, or strategic capability moving into foreign hands. That tells us something important. AI agents are now being treated like strategic assets. Governments are starting to handle them with the same seriousness as chips, data, and other core technologies. Now let's move to the cloud war. Around April 28th, Microsoft and OpenAI adjusted their partnership. Microsoft remains an important cloud partner for OpenAI, but its license to OpenAI's intellectual property became non-exclusive. That gives OpenAI more flexibility to serve customers through other cloud providers. Shortly after that, AWS announced expanded access to OpenAI models through Amazon Bedrock in limited preview. This does not mean Microsoft and OpenAI suddenly split apart. A better way to read it is this. OpenAI is gaining more room to operate across cloud platforms, while Microsoft still keeps a major seat at the table. For enterprises, this could mean more options when choosing where to run advanced AI models. Another major story is DeepSeek V4-Pro. DeepSeek V4-Pro appeared around April 24th as a large mixture of experts model with 1.6 trillion total parameters, 49 billion active parameters, and a 1 million token context window. The model itself is impressive, but the pricing pressure is the bigger story. By late April, reports around DeepSeek's price cuts and discounts were already making noise. The message to the market is simple. Frontier-level AI is getting cheaper. For users, that sounds great. Lower prices mean more access and more experimentation. For American AI companies, the pressure is intense. They need to justify premium pricing through stronger performance, better products, enterprise trust, or deeper infrastructure. DeepSeek is turning AI into a cost war, and that could reshape the whole market. NVIDIA also made a move with Nemotron 3 Nano Omni. On April 28th, NVIDIA introduced this open multimodal model designed to process video, audio, images, and text in one system. The key idea is multimodal reasoning. Instead of only reading text, AI systems can understand different types of input and support more complex agent workflows. This points toward AI that can help with documents, interfaces, media, and enterprise tasks in a much more flexible way. The important wording here is deployment. This model opens the door for more efficient AI on local, edge, or enterprise infrastructure, depending on the hardware. Mistral also pushed further into agents. On April 28th, Mistral launched Workflows, a system for orchestrating AI processes in production. It is built with reliability in mind, so companies can run more complex AI tasks without treating everything like a one-off chat. Then, in early May, Mistral introduced remote coding agents inside Vibe and Work mode in the chat. These agents can run tasks in the cloud, continue working while the user steps away, and send updates when the work is done. That shows where AI products are heading. The interaction is becoming more like assigning a job to a system that can keep working beyond the chat window. Now, the Anthropic story is a warning sign. What happened is surprisingly simple, but the impact is serious. Some users on the Claude Max plan, which costs around $200 per month, reported being charged extra usage fees of over $200, even though their dashboard showed they had only used about 13% of their weekly limit. The cost appears to be related to specific triggers inside their codebase, including files or references like HERMES.md and tools like OpenClaw. Claude Code is designed to monitor usage patterns and prevent abuse, especially around third-party tools or attempts to bypass normal limits. It avoids directly mentioning those systems, but it still reacts to certain signals in the environment. The problem is that this detection system was too aggressive. Instead of only flagging actual misuse, it also triggered on normal files that happen to share similar names or patterns. So even users who were not trying to bypass anything still got caught in the system and were billed incorrectly. That creates a new kind of risk with AI agents. It's no longer just about what you type into a chat. The model can interact with your repository, your commit history, and your local environment. When billing decisions are influenced by that context, mistakes can become expensive very quickly. Anthropic responded by apologizing and issuing refunds to affected users, even though the issue was resolved. This story highlights something important. As AI tools become more integrated into real workflows, transparency around billing, system behavior, and access boundaries becomes critical. The Elon Musk versus OpenAI trial adds another layer to the same conversation. The trial began on April 28th in Oakland. Musk is suing OpenAI, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and Microsoft. His side argues that OpenAI moved away from its original nonprofit mission and became too focused on commercial incentives. Reuters and AP both report that Musk's core claim is built around the idea that OpenAI betrayed its founding public benefit mission. It's not okay to steal a charity. That's my view, Musk said. This case will become case law and become precedent to looting every charity in America. The entire foundation of charitable giving in America will be destroyed. Musk is framing the case as more than a business dispute. He is presenting it as a warning about what happens when a public interest mission gets converted into a commercial machine. The lawsuit is also massive in scale. Musk wants OpenAI pushed back toward its nonprofit mission, and he wants Altman and Brockman removed from leadership if the court finds they violated their original commitments. Reuters reports Musk is seeking $150 billion in damages, with proceeds going to OpenAI's charitable arm. Some coverage has described the demand as more than $180 billion. Another important detail is Musk's explanation of control. OpenAI's side argues Musk wanted majority control early on. Musk's response is that he only wanted control at the beginning to keep OpenAI moving in the right direction. He compared it to Tesla, saying he once had a majority stake there, but his ownership later diluted to around 15% as the company grew and attracted more investors. His point is that dilution was acceptable when the process was clear and the mission stayed aligned. OpenAI's side sees the story very differently. Their lawyers argue there was no written promise that OpenAI would remain a non-profit forever. They also say Musk's lawsuit is aimed at slowing OpenAI down and helping his competing AI company, xAI. That is what makes this case so important. It brings the central AI question into a courtroom. If advanced AI needs commercial scale to survive, what protects the public interest mission that made people trust it in the first place? The answer will matter far beyond this trial. Now for a more positive start. The story resurfaced in early May through science coverage. Raven helped confirm 118 exoplanets and thousands of strong candidates by analyzing tiny signals in space data. This is one of the best examples of AI helping science move faster. Space research produces huge amounts of data, and AI can spot patterns that older methods may miss. That is the side of AI worth paying attention to, systems that expand human discovery. Healthcare also had a major AI moment. On April 28th, Truveta launched Truveta Intelligence, a tool that lets researchers analyze the identified real-world medical data from more than 130 million patients. Research that used to take months could become much faster, helping scientists study treatments, patient outcomes, and clinical questions at a much larger scale. Mayo Clinic also drew attention in early May for AI work related to earlier cancer detection, especially through medical imaging and CT scan analysis. The careful way to say this is that AI can help doctors detect subtle signs earlier and reduce the chance of missing important signals. That is a powerful use case. AI does not replace the doctor's responsibility. It gives medical teams another layer of support. So what should we take away from all of this? This week shows AI stepping into the role of power infrastructure. The biggest companies in the world are competing over access, pricing, cloud distribution, government contracts, and the direction of the technology itself. The Elon Musk versus OpenAI trial makes that tension much easier to see. OpenAI was introduced to the world with a very powerful promise: build advanced AI for the benefit of humanity. It made people believe this technology could be developed with a public interest mission at the center. Musk's argument taps directly into that fear. When he says a charity was stolen, he is speaking to a concern many people already have. A project that began with idealistic language can become locked inside a commercial race once the technology becomes valuable enough. At the same time, OpenAI's side has a practical argument. Frontier AI requires massive compute, expensive talent, infrastructure deals, and long-term capital. A pure non-profit structure may struggle to compete against companies with nearly unlimited resources. In that view, commercialization becomes the mechanism that allows the mission to keep moving at frontier scale. Any company building frontier AI faces the same pressure. The more powerful the system becomes, the more money it attracts. The more money it attracts, the more control becomes concentrated among the organizations that can afford the compute, the talent, and the infrastructure. That is what makes this case so important. It forces the AI industry to confront a question that has been growing for years. When AI becomes one of the most powerful infrastructures in the world, can we really trust a purely non-profit model? Or does it have to become commercial in order to survive? And if commercialization is necessary, who makes sure the original mission does not get swallowed by money, power, and the race for market share? While the corporates are fighting, there is still hope in some places. Stories like Raven AI and Mayo Clinic show why people are excited about this technology in the first place. For regular users, all of this can feel overwhelming. The main thing we can control is how informed we become. Our job is to become smarter AI users, protect our data, check our costs, question who controls the tools we use, and apply AI in ways that genuinely improve our lives. As AI becomes part of society's core infrastructure, citizens need stronger AI literacy. We should understand this technology beyond the surface-level trend and recognize how it is shaping the world around us. When AI enters military systems, healthcare, education, law, and media, every person should know how to ask better questions. Who does this technology serve? Who controls it? Who is responsible when something goes wrong? If you enjoy these weekly AI and tech recaps, let me know in the comments. We will keep bringing you the most important updates every week so you can stay ahead of what's happening. Please remember to like and subscribe to AI Fire if you find this video useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next AI Fire video.